Hello, friends! Today, we are talking about a small island nation that might become the first country to disappear from the world map. A country where people may lose their homes, land, and even their homeland. The government has started 3D scanning everything. Their houses, buildings, trees, and land. Why? Because their land, ocean, and culture are their most precious assets. Let's find out what's happening in Tuvalu. Located in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, Part 1. About Tuvalu. Tuvalu is one of the smallest countries in the world, with a population of around 11,000 people. It consists of 9 tiny islands, 6 of which are coral atolls formed from volcanoes that have sunk beneath the sea, leaving coral reefs and shallow lagoons. Tuvalu spans just about 26 square kilometers, making it the 4th smallest country globally after Vatican City, Monaco, and Nauru. The average elevation of Tuvalu is only 2 meters above sea level, with its highest point at 4.6 meters, making it extremely vulnerable to flooding. Similar to Maldives, Tuvalu's islands barely rise above the sea, and even small waves or storms flood their homes, roads, and fields. Part 2. Climate change and rising sea levels. Climate change is the main cause behind Tuvalu's crises. Arctic and Antarctic ice is melting, causing sea levels worldwide to rise. NASA data shows that sea levels in Tuvalu have risen 15 centimeters between 1993 and 2023, which is 1.5 times faster than the global average. Projections predict sea level rise of 20 to 30 centimeters by 2050 and about 1 meter by 2100, increasing flood frequency from 5 days a year today to 25 days by 2050 and 100 days a year by 2100. This means that by 2100, about 95% of Tuvalu could be submerged, including the capital Funafuti, where 60% of the population lives. Part 3. What is being done? Unlike larger countries, Tuvalu has no higher ground to move to, so resettlement isn't an easy option. They are trying human-made solutions like building artificial flood-free land, protective barriers, and seawalls. By 2040, they aim to create 18 to 19 acres of artificial land to withstand flooding risks projected for the next century. The government is also digitally preserving their culture by 3D scanning everything, creating a virtual copy of their country to safeguard their heritage. A digital government is being planned, where services like elections and documentation can be conducted virtually, keeping their nation alive online if the land disappears. Part 4. Climate visa and migration 2 years ago. Tuvalu signed the Pacific Island Labor Mobility Arrangement PALM agreement with Australia, giving 280 Tuvaluans permanent residency annually under a special climate visa. Over 8,750 people, 82% of the population applied for this visa, showing many want to migrate. Australia will select these immigrants through a lottery system, giving them full social benefits except voting rights. If current migration rate continues, Tuvalu could be almost empty in less than 40 years. Part 5. Political and geopolitical aspects. Australia is a major contributor to global emissions, but also supports Tuvalu financially and politically. The treaty includes a clause that Tuvalu won't make any defense agreements without Australia's consent, preventing Chinese influence in the Pacific. Tuvalu officially recognizes Taiwan, not China, and has resisted Chinese offers. Part 6. Bigger picture. Tuvalu is not alone. Other Pacific Island nations like Kiribati, Marshall Islands, and Maldives face similar threats. These countries contribute very little to climate change but suffer the most. The global responsibility lies with big polluters like the USA, China, India, Germany, and France. Sea level rise threatens 800 million people worldwide, especially in low-lying megacities like Mumbai, Kolkata, and Dhaka. The global economic cost of rising seas is predicted to reach $1 trillion. Part 7. What can we do? The world must act urgently to reduce the use of coal, oil, and gas and shift to renewable energy. Climate change is the greatest challenge facing our generation. History shows collective action can work, like the success against the ozone hole problem. Thank you for watching!